All right, this is Growing Up Hip Hop, and this is season 6, episode 10, coming in hot. All right, so we start off with JoJo, Cree, and Lil Easy, and they're just having a little meeting because JoJo got the showcase he's trying to put together, and he hooked up with them to help him out because remember, she's an event planner, and of course, Lil Easy do his music stuff and his connection, so it'll all work out if they work together. And they actually asked Stevie J for some advice, so him and Savannah come up in the room, and he's just trying to tell them like, maybe y'all should get like some you need some heavy hitters, like call your dad, let's get the Rev in here, let's get Uncle Luke in here. Let's call what's her name? The Brat, and they can be judges, so that way, it'll make it look really, really good if we got some, whenever anybody have a party, you always want a famous person there with like a good name so that it draws more attention to it. So, and of course they bring up, what about Pepper? You know what I'm saying? Peppa. And they like, we not sure about her yet because of Egypt. Like, we invited Egypt, but we told Sam he had to stay back, And because we told him that, she just decided to pull out. And Stevie J like, well, you know what? We all in this industry together. So what you're going to have to do is you just have to talk to him and y'all have to work this out because it will be good to have Egypt on the stage so that she could perform and show her, her little singing skills and things like that, because we see Sam doing a lot mostly. I think we got like maybe 2 performances from Egypt, and then she was doing some modeling, but we got mostly Sam, and I think everybody remember him dressed up in the Joker outfit. Yeah, but anywho, so JoJo like, all right, I guess at some point we're just gonna have to talk because I do want Egypt to be there, and if he gotta come too, this is what it is. We ain't gotta be friends, but we just be cordial and cool. They flip to JoJo's wife, Denise. She at home with his mom, and they're kind of just talking about the pregnancy a little bit, how it's still early. They're still hopeful that, it's going to be full term and things like that. They just don't want to tell everybody at the moment. So it's like, still a little secret. And Angela walks into the room. So Angela, she ain't really talk much about anything too important. We'll just say that her mom asked about her little boyfriend, and they broke up. So she's like, look, I'm single now, and there's really nothing to it. We just broke up. It is what it is. And she does shed light on her little shirt. I will say that it was a shirt with like different shades of women of color type deal, and I think it was from Old Navy. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I think Old Navy is doing some type of cultural thing, and she was just trying to advertise real quick, because normally she'd be in there with all her, Gucci and Louis Vuitton, but she was in here normal looking, so I thought that was kind of cool. Oh, and then Denise is gonna tell her that she's pregnant, because remember, she ain't told nobody, and so she's gonna let at least Angela know, and maybe Vanessa later. Yeah, so Denise does let Angela know, like, I'm pregnant and stuff. She showed the stomach, and of course Angela's happy and of course surprised a little bit, but she says she'll keep the secret, but in the meantime she's about to go back to Miami and get her swimsuit modeling on and take a photo shoot. And of course they looking at her like, really? Because Angela, right, that's all you do, girl, is just post pictures of you in your bathing suits. It is what it is, she got to promote something, and I guess it's the swimsuits for the people who make them. So we flip to Brianna. We got a little twist in her. They out at some restaurant having drinks or whatnot. And, not Boogie, wrong person. Little Twist is still kind of feeling a little way because remember Pepper and him tried to talk, and Pepper was trying to tell him that she thought he was homophobic and against Sam, And Twist like, I'm not homophobic. I never said that. I just said that I don't want to be, I guess, around him if he gonna be putting on a speedo and exercising and working out. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, I just don't want to be a part of that part. But I can't hang out with Sam. Ain't nothing wrong with that girl. Or like we keep our distance. I'm just not about to be in that because I just no. So they still ain't really figured that out. But I don't know. Maybe we'll get to that at another point because of course Sam and JoJo got to figure their part thing out first, and then I think they'll get to a little Twist thing. Cause I'm like, I don't think he's homophobic either. I don't know. People throw out these words to make it seem like you a bad person, and it's just not like that. You just don't accuse people of stuff like that. So, Brianna just goes on to say, or not Brianna, but Lil Twist just goes on to say like, well, I talked to Boogie because, he said he was trying to talk to you, or not talk to you, but he wanted to do an intervention. And basically, he wants you to stop drinking. So he got some issues with you, but he trying to, I guess he tried to talk to you at one point. Remember, he went to her house, and it just didn't work out because he was drinking. And she like, man, whatever, that's some bullshit. Like, Boogie, he need to learn how to come and talk to me and stop being a little boy. She keeps saying he a little boy and all that stuff when she be cussing him out. And yeah, it wasn't nothing too much to this conversation, but basically she mad that, look, why are you going behind my back and telling people about your problems with me? Just come talk to me, Boogie, and stand, stand up to me, and we'll talk about this as grown-ups, grown up to grown up, and we'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I'm going to still hang out and drink like I drink because ain't nothing wrong with me drinking. I hang out with my friends, and hey, we do what we do. It is what it is. I ain't got no drinking problem, which I don't think she does. Like, that's another thing. But you can't accuse people of stuff that's really not true. She's just a party person. So, Pepper in Egypt, they actually go to a bridal shop, and she actually picking out some dresses for her wedding. I'm not even sure she picked the date, but, they're talking about, basically the plans because she's still not sure if she wants to do it in Jamaica or not because Tahira was having hers in Jamaica. So I don't know. They kind of felt like they were stealing each other ideas and, that whole thing. And they still not cool because they have not talked yet. Since the rumor started, of course it got back to Sam in Egypt. So now she's basically telling, Pepper like, look, she already know what was said and what happened, and I kind of feel bad about it. So I just not, but I talked to my dad, and he told me that, I guess I should just talk to her because that's the only way that we're going to kind of get over it or, some type of way. And Pepper, she just kind of sitting there like, she not really budging with it, I guess she's, she on Egypt side, so she like, look, well, I'll rock with whatever you want to do, but at this point, yeah, I'm not going to budge either. I'm not going to reach out like I think she should. I guess she's going to wait on her sister and TT to call her because, her sister mad at her too, so it is what it is. Then we flip over to JoJo and Lil Easy. So they getting ready for this showcase, but they got to pick out a place, right? So then this one little venue, I think it said it was in Las Vegas. So it's interesting, that Sam done flew out to Las Vegas for this. But of course he walks in the room because him and JoJo need to talk. Sam coming in and he basically like, I'm going to try to separate this business from pleasure type deal. So the business part will be, okay, I'm fine with Egypt coming in, but I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to always be with her. Like, we are package deals, what he's trying to say. Like, she is me and I am her. And I'm like, it don't really work that way, buddy. When you really get out, well, I'm not sure if they really been out into the business and shopping around because it just don't work that way. They're going to have meetings and things, and they're going to be like, you got to step out the room so we can just talk to her. And if you say no, then they're going to tell her no. And it just is what it is. Y'all won't really get nowhere. Y'all going to be where y'all at right now, probably being on TV or OnlyFans. and acting a fool. So JoJo, he like, look, I'm not budging at all. Like, look, I said what I said, so I just want this fool to apologize to me because, hey, I like Egypt and stuff. I'm trying to help her out, but you the one in the way. And you the one always starting the problems. Like, come on now, we want to see her. Why you can't just sit back for a minute? We heard your stuff. We see what you do, your little rock star rap or whatever that shit is. But can we see her? And from there, it just kind of goes in because I wouldn't say JoJo was raising his voice, but JoJo, his tone shifted just a little bit. And Sam like, all right, then you have to calm down a little bit, because if you want to fight, we go fight. And of course, JoJo ready. And dang, a little easy just sitting there like, I'm trying to be the mediator, but I don't even know what to really say at this point. So we'll just see what happens. But of course, they always cut to commercial. I hate that sometimes. And I think it's not going to really end the way that we want it to. But it is what it is. They just, they just need to respect each other just enough. Because, of course, in the industry, their families know each other, and especially they from New York, so it's like a real tightness out there. Like we rap, like we all came up together, we from the same area, plus what I'm saying, we do the same thing, so it's really tight up in there. So it's like, at least we got to be cool, so that way our beef don't go up to the grown-ups and then now they got beef, and that's just not good. So JoJo does calm down enough, enough so that Sam can apologize to him for talking bad on his name on social media. Because, pretty much a lot of these beefs, if you ever notice, it's because somebody gets on the Twitter or the Instagram or the Facebook, but it's mostly Twitter and Instagram. And they either post a picture or they go live and they just start talking mess or they comment on something. And it's just, another person just doesn't like it. So that's just what was JoJo's main problem. So Sam just says, look, I apologize. Okay, so I think that's like the lawnmower. So just 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, that was the lawnmower. But anyway, Sam basically said, look, I ain't gonna talk about you no more. And JoJo like, well, look, we need Pepper on this panel because we will think, it's good to have these OGs out here, to help judge this and give these young folks, they need some good advice, and, they need it from these people who know what they're doing. And Sam, of course, got his ego up like, yeah, I'm going to go back to Pepper, because, we cool like that. And I'm going to talk to her, put it in her ear and stuff, and I'm going to set that up for you. And I'm looking just like Lil Easy, looking like, nigga, who do you think you is? Like, Sam is just using Egypt, y'all, just to get somewhere. Why don't she see that? Like, he wants to be like what he keeps saying. I want to be part of the royalty. I'm part of the family now, like, dude, and he say stuff like that, like, it's just so obvious. He just using her. But anywho, they flipped to Angela because remember she went back home to Miami, and Cree is actually home in Miami, and she telling Cree about her little swimsuit calendar because that's what she's gonna do her photo shoot for, and she invited her out like, look, come on and check it out, and she's saying how much she enjoys Miami, and hopefully she can get her sister Vanessa out there, and maybe she can do a couple pictures. Of course, Vanessa isn't into showing herself off like Vanessa does, but she might can do a little 1-2 something, what I'm saying? Nice classy base, Angela like to be all booty out, titties out. She wear them little ass bikinis where it's, a little slit in the front, like she wear all that type of little stuff. Like, I can get in the bikini, don't get me wrong now, but some of the bottoms, But anyway, Cree was like, yeah, I gotta go talk to my dad because I want to invite him to, well, I didn't want to invite him, but Stevie J thought it would be a good idea if he was part of the judges panel as well. So let me go holler at him about it. I just don't want it to be like, like I want him to do it as a father, not just because it's just like another gig, you know, like I just don't want him to do it just because, but she gonna reach out to him. Then we flip to Brianna and Boogie. So him and Savannah trying to pull up, right? They're like, yeah, we're gonna go see Brianna, and I'm gonna talk to her basically straight up. I'm just gonna let her know how I feel about her in this drinking situation. So Savannah like, yeah, I'm just here for support, you know, nothing to it. I'm Boogie friend, so you know, I'm just a tag along at this point. So they get to Brianna's job. You know, she's at her office, we'll say. She has a line of incense and candles and sage, you know, stuff like that. I don't think it was candles, mostly incense and sage. So, you know, if I catch that, I might buy some because I do like to burn a little couple things. And, you know, she's just trying to say, like, look, I'm going to talk to Boogie. I'm going to pour this drink while I talk to him. And, you know, like, because she already know what he coming there for. So, look. He come in there, of course she kicks Savannah out. And she like, all right, she pouring the drink and she says, so what you want to talk to me about? What's the problem? And of course he like, look, I just want to talk to you about this drinking situation. Like, can you just drink less? And she like, really? You don't want to see me like this or whatever? Like, you think I'm a bad person type deal? And I think that's why she probably let him come to the job to try to say like, look, clearly I can have a job, I can work and drink at the same time and smoke, because of course she smoked weed as well. So what's the problem, Boogie? What's the problem? Sorry, no. Okay, so Angela is going through these bathing suits, trying to figure out what she want to do for her calendar or whatever. And of course her friend / assistant is there helping her out. And, you know, she's like, I think I want Vanessa to do a couple 1-2 things with me. You know, of course, they're talking about all the big bikinis and things that she likes. She said her favorite ones are the string ones because, you know, you can tie them any type of way that you want them on your body. And it is what it is, you know. They call Vanessa. And Vanessa like, yeah, I'm on the way and everything, but what you trying to make me do, you know? And she like, look, I want you to put on something like this. And she's showing her like a one piece that was, the middle was cut out, but it, you know, your boobs and your butt's covered. She like, I don't know, I gotta see it in person because I just don't know. You just be wearing these things, girl, you know, I ain't into that. And she like, no, it's gonna be cute. Just wait till you get here. So, they switched to Boogie and Brianna. And, pretty much Boogie like, yeah, I'm tired of seeing you drunk. I'm tired of people telling you that you drink too much, that you always drinking. You know, you was messed up at JoJo party, little wedding thing. Like, I'm just, you know, I don't like seeing you like this. I prefer you to be more sober, you know, because you're just a better person. And she like, so, you know, she's drinking in front of him, but I think obviously she must have had a couple of drinks already because you can kind of tell, you know, she was a little, some of her words were a little slurred, and you can just look in her eyes like, yeah, you was a little tipsy at the moment, which made her probably feel some type of way. She looking at him like, look, you the one, I'm the one who had to go and save you. Remember, we took you to rehab and all that type of stuff, and you was calling me at all types of hours in the morning and going through your stuff. So what's the difference type deal? Like, you know what I've been through in life. So what? There's nothing wrong with me. And he like, yeah, I already know. Like, you told me everything. Like, that's why I understand you. At least that's what he thought. And she like, you know what? Forget you. Like, I thought you was going to be my friend. You ain't my friend. So, you know, basically, she kicked him out. Like, I don't want to, so in his mind, he like, I'm just not going to talk to her no more. I think this relationship is just over. I tried to help her, it didn't work, which she don't need no help like that, Boogie. I don't know why he actually did this. I feel like the producers kind of made him do this. It wasn't on his own accord. He probably could have just told her, I don't like the way you treat me, or I don't like the way you get drunk and treat me. How about that? Like something like that. Because I think that's more of the problem. She get drunk and she start cussing people out. Like whether it's him or whoever is around her. It just is what it is. Or she can get drunk and have fun. But with their relationship, it's either because they used to like each other and now they don't like each other. They're just weird, you know. It's kind of unfortunate that they break it up like this. Well, they not. I mean, not to say break up like they together, but as a friendship. Because when Brianna first came on the show, remember, she didn't really have no friends at all. Nobody was feeling her, and he was like her only friend besides what's that girl name? Christina with the barge. And once she left, the only friend she really had was TT after they made up, and Boogie. So it is what it is. I guess Lil Twist is gonna be her friend now. And she gonna keep on drinking like she wanna drink and have her fun like she wanna have her fun. It is what it is. If she wanna get help, she'll go get help. As long as she ain't doing no drugs. Because remember, she used to do heroin and all that type shit. So as long as she ain't smoking no dope, then Brianna good. Just like Boogie. As long as he ain't popping no pills or whatever, then he good too. So let them have their fun, and it is what it is. But I was just we'll just see how it go. They'll be back. We got more episodes, we got more seasons. They still got to talk at some point, or they still got to be in the same room. So it is what it is. This was Grown Up Hip Hop, the regular version. Yep. See y'all later. Peace out.